subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let me get some calls in here. Let me get some more calls. Let's get Rami. Let's get Rami in here. Rami, hop on in. I hope this ain't one of these East Indian dudes. Rami,
Yo, Tariq, what's up, man?
there you go. What's up, Rami?
Not much, bro. I have an issue with you, actually.
Okay. Before we get into the issue, where are you from? Where's your family from?
North African, from Morocco.
Morocco. There you go. You in Canada?
Yes, sir.
Now, have we talked before?
I don't think we have. No, it's my first time.
There you go. So what's the issue you have, sir?
Why do you always claim more civilization when it has nothing to do with you or FBA? Explain that to me.
More civilization?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it does, because all black people were called Moor.
Moors were Arabs, man. They're not black.
No, that's not true.
You really gonna educate me about my own culture and my own history, Tariq? You serious?
Yeah, I am.
Hey, to break it up to you, Tariq, Moors are
There-
Arabs,
Hold on,
Berbers,
but
and Arabs.
there were
And I find it kind of frustrating that every time you debate a white supremacist.
okay. Yeah, can you hear me? Hold on, because I'm muting you because I'm talking and you still talking. Could you hear me when I was talking? Or did you just decide to just talk over me? Because we don't do that. Right?
Well, maybe you could stop unmuting me.
Oh no, I'm muting you because I kept saying something and you kept talking over me. We don't do that. If you do that, you will get muted. But that's what we don't do here. If I talk, you kind of pump your brakes because that means I'm trying to get clarity. So, like I said, you said that Moors were Arabs and Berbers. I said no, based on history, that's not true. All of them were not Arabs and Berbers. Many of them were, they were Islamic, but that doesn't mean they were Arabs, because they would have just called them Arabs. They called them Moors for a reason. Why do you think they called them Moors?
You need to do your own history, Tariq.
I know.
Moors are
Well,
Arabs and Berbers, my friend. And I know. Go ahead.
I know if you know. I know why they called him that. Why do you think they called him that?
Because it was part of the Arab civilization.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Come on.
Then why didn't they call them Arabs?
Because they are Arabs.
Why
The reason why
didn't
they were called Moors was because of the fact that they were Muslims, and they associate every Muslim as being Arab. However, the majority of the leaders are Arabs. You can look it up.
Why did they call them Moors?
Because it was part of the Moorish civilization. They originated in Morocco, dude. Because every time when the Arab dynasty ruled Morocco, they called them Moors.
Why did they call them that? Moors a descriptive term.
Well, regardless of why they call them that or not, I don't know the exact reason, but the Moors were part of the Arab civilization. You can look at the architecture of Morocco. They're all Arabs, my friend.
I do. I know why they called them Moors. Moor was
not because they're black, dude. It's not because they're black.
It is. That's literally what the word for black was at the time, because they weren't really speaking English. They were kind of speaking Latin. The Latin word, it was like Moorish. That's like black or dark. Even now, if you look up the word Moor, different variations of it means black or dark right now, right?
Dark doesn't necessarily mean that they come from West Africa, because basically when you associate black, you associate West African. And we are not West African. We're North Africans. We're completely different than West Africans.
Here's the thing. In Germany, while I'm talking, can you start looking up something while we talk? Let's do an education thing here. I want you to pull up Google while we're talking. Look up Saint Benedict the Moor.
Dude, who cares what these Europeans have to say? The fact is, the more civil.
Oh, no, it don't work like that. No, now it's who cares? Yeah, this is what we're talking about. When the Moors went to Europe, they called them Moors because of the way they look. Now it's who cares what the Europeans think? No, it don't work like that, sir. That's why the Europeans were calling them Moors. These were descriptive terms. Saint Benedict, he has statues. There's statues of Saint Benedict all over Germany. He was a black Moor, but he was Christian. He wasn't a Muslim. He was Christian. There were Christian Moors. You see what I'm saying? Look up Saint Benedict the Moor. Saint Benedict, Bishop Matthiades. There was a few of them. There was a lot of Juan Garillo. He was one of the people who was a Moor, who was Christianized, who came over here to the New World and set up shop down in what's now Mexico. All right.
Tariq, the Moors are Arabs. You have to just face
I'm a
reality. Face
I'm a
reality.
you got to bring scholarship like I'm doing. I'm giving you names. I'm giving you names and I'm giving you semi dates, sir. So you got to bring scholarship. You just don't. I'm a tether and I say so. It doesn't work like that.
You're giving names from irrelevant people and no one even heard of. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You could just simply go to Morocco.
No, it doesn't work like that, sir. You can't dismiss scholarship. You got to bring your own scholarship, sir. That's how that works, right? Huh? And many of the Moroccan leaders back in the day, they were jet damn black, some of the Moroccan leaders.
No, they're not, dude. No, they're not, bro. You need to take a trip to Morocco.
Back in the day, I'm not talking about now. You got a bunch of pale Arabs there now, but you were black skinned people who were ruling Morocco back in the Middle Ages, sir. Right? Huh?
Do you know what the term Arab is?
Uh-huh.
So we are Arabs by culture. Okay. Yes, we are Arabs because the fact that we have been Arabized, but
Right.
ethnically we're the same people. We are Berbers originally that later became Arabized.
And here's the thing, like our brother Kaba Kamene said, in order to be an Arab, you gotta have African in you because that makes you an Arab. The Africanness makes you an Arab, right?
Not at all. Arab people come from the Arabian Peninsula. They have nothing to do with West Africa, my friend.
The Arabian Peninsula, they were saying that was an extension of Africa at one point, sir.
Not true at all.
Yeah,
They
and
are literally
you are literally from Africa. You're from Africa,
I am from
sir.
Africa. I'm not denying being
Right. Why do you think the white supremacists call y'all saying N-words?
because white people associate any dark skinned person as an N word. Has nothing
Oh,
to do with us being West African, dude.
okay. They should I saying
Our
N-word.
features have nothing to do with West African. You look West African because you come from West Africa.
Sir, I'm a foundational black American, sir.
Then why do you claim Arab civilization if you're a foundational black American?
Some of them came over. There were Moors who were going back and forth here too.
Then why did you change your name to Tariq? And I know where you got that name from. You got that name from Tariq bin Ziyad.
That's not what I don't deny that I did. It
Exactly. You're
was
not born with that name.
no, I got it
Exactly.
from him.
So you are
Brought
claiming Arab civilization. Then you're not a
no,
proud FBA.
claiming a black person who went up and did great things up in Spain.
Tariq bin Ziyad is Arab, half Berber.
He was black.
You need to look it up. You need to look it up.
He was black though. How come in things like firsthand accounts like the Song of Roland, when they actually describe what they look like when they got there, the Europeans kept talking about how black they were. Are they lying?
I'll tell you exactly why. Because the Europeans associate any barbarian person as dark skinned because of the fact that the Moors invaded the Spanish and the other
So,
Europeans.
so they were
They associate them as being evil. So they
So everybody was lying. Okay. So they were lying, claiming, and they were just so descriptive with how they were talking about him. They said they are black as a crow, black as pitch, nothing white except their teeth. These are the descriptions of it. That has nothing to do with evil.
then how come we're not black? How come Morocco is not black? How come North Africa is not black?
Sir, there are a lot of black skinned people there, and you have a lot of invaders there now. A lot of y'all came down, y'all Turkish. A lot of y'all people actually Turkish. Y'all come down and y'all came in later from different parts of the Middle East. So
Our DNA tracks back to the Amazigh tribe.
no,
Okay, we're not Turkish. We are mixed with Arabs. That's for sure.
because y'all move around just like you're not even over there now. You're not even in Africa now. Your ass is in Canada. Y'all pale skins, y'all always been running around the place.
Dude,
So
we're not pale skins. We're literally North Africans, and I was born here, but I go back and forth in Morocco.
but even again, you can't everybody's not a liar except you. Even in some of the contemporary drawings of the Moors, they got them black as hell with big lips. Are everybody is everybody lying except you? Huh?
I don't know where you're getting that information from, Tariq.
Museum.
FBA University is not relevant.
Museums. Okay, at the Getty Museum. Okay, y'all can look this up. I can give you scholarship. Getty Museum. Look up Moses versus the Moors. This is a painting that was in a book from the 1300s. This is at the Getty Museum out here in Los Angeles. I want everybody to look that up. Look up Moses versus the Moors. They got Moors in castles, jet black with big red lips and nappy hair. These are contemporary drawings. Look up another drawing or a tapestry that was made in the 1300s in the Middle Ages from Germany called Wild Men and the Moors. They showed the white men as wild men, but the Moors as fighters living in castles. These are contemporary images of what the Moors look like. Was everybody lying, sir?
Okay, let's assume that they are black, even though they're not. They're not FBA.
I know that.
So you hear talking shit about
Why
Africans,
would they
ripping on,
how would they be a foundational black American in the Middle Ages and America didn't exist?
but you keep mentioning to your followers that you're FBA, that you have nothing to do with Africa. Yet you always,
It never said that. You've established yourself as a liar. That
dude. I've listened to you. I've listened to your space all the time, dude. You
never I have African DNA. I have European DNA. I have native DNA. But I had an ethnogenesis, and culturally and ethnically, I'm a foundational Black American. It don't get no clearer than that. So don't lie. Don't be a lying tether. We've had enough of that. That's why there's a delineation movement. You're not smart. You're not fooling anybody here with all of that lying. I want tethers to understand all that lying you guys doing. You're not fooling anybody. That makes you look bad. And that makes other people who ain't tethers, who are non FBA, they kind of get hit with the shrapnel of your lying, scamming ideology and mindset. Everything don't have to be a lie and a scam. Learn how to talk in good faith so that you can have people trust you so you ain't got to flee all over the place because everybody's lying and scamming in your homeland. That's a really bad.
My homeland is popping. Morocco is one of the most advanced countries in North Africa. Maybe you should take a trip there before you start saying.
Ain't there and you ain't there, so it ain't that popping. You don't run from
I
something.
go back and forth, dude. I
You
go.
don't. No, you don't, sir. You and your camel is over there in Canada chilling right now. You don't do nothing. Y'all stop lying. Y'all love talking about how your homeland is popping and y'all are so far away from
It
there.
is popping.
It's not popping.
We have one of the best infrastructures in all over Africa. Casablanca, literally,
Over there, why are your dudes over there trying to get 90-day fiancés, trying to make
because I was born here. I'm an autumn.
a baby? You're an anchor baby, sir.
I'm a
It's
dual citizen. I go back and
it's called being an anchor baby. If it was popping, you would not have to be an anchor baby, sir. Right?
I could literally go back to Morocco right now. Like I said, we are the most advanced countries in North Africa. Everybody wants to come and visit Morocco. You got white
Except you,
people now immigrating.
except you. You don't want to go. Your ass is right over here in North America.
I
Right.
go back and forth. You don't know me, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I know all you tethers. Y'all always talk about you, that Prince of Zamunda. You got so much stuff popping back home. All of you got something popping. You got a mansion, you got a Rolls Royce, you got a giraffe. All of you got all the shit popping, but you're over here driving Uber pretending to be poor, right?
Morocco is not Nigeria, my friend. Morocco is Morocco. We got beaches, we got everything. Like I said, you can just go to Google yourself, search Casablanca, Tangier, and all the beautiful Moroccan cities. You'll be jealous. You're probably going to book a plane ticket right away when you see pictures of Morocco, sir.
Well, you're not booking anything. You're gonna book your ass right over here and chill, and where you're nice and safe. You're not going back home. And there's a reason why those dudes over there trying to get 90-day fiancés, trying to marry themselves up out there if it's so damn popping.
You're thinking of Tunisians and Libyans, not Morocco.
Dudes ain't got to do marriage scams when things are popping like that. But go ahead.
Like I said, Tariq, I think you need to stop claiming more civilization. Be proud.
No, I don't, but I pop my collar to that. But I'm a foundational Black American who never fled. I ain't fleeing like you. I'm a proud foundational Black American, and you're a proud fleer. Does that bother you? Does that really? Let's get to the nitty gritty. You have a problem with us not fleeing. The fact that we haven't fled nowhere and we stood on business, and you're running around all over the place talking about how you got dual citizenship. You're just fleeing. You're a refugee. And it bothers you that we ain't on no refugee shit. We got a different spirit. That bothers you?
No, what bothers me is all the fake trends that you guys come up with. First, you guys claim to be Hebrew Israelites.
I don't. I ain't never claimed to be no damn Hebrew Israelite, even though there were enslaved people who were Hebrews. It's not a fake trend. That's the thing. There were a lot of different religious and ethnic groups being put here, and some who are already here. So there's an amalgamation of a lot of different things, and a lot of us remember certain things, and some people want to pay homage to certain things. Now, I'm not no Hebrew Israelite. I don't dismiss the people who want to identify with that because that's more of a religion. But the thing is, we ain't fleeing all over the place, sir. And we're foundational Black Americans. That's what it is. You're born that. It's not a choice. You understand?
And it's not my choice that I was automatically born in Canada, too. So there is that.
Well, it's your parents. Yeah, your parents. Your parents chose to bring you over. They chose to have an anchor baby.
You don't even know the story of my parents, dude.
I know. I know.
My
It,
dad came here as a student visa. I
oh
was born
Lord.
here, and then he went back to Morocco. My dad doesn't even live in Canada. He lives in Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, we're not Nigerians. We're not people from the Senegal. We're in Morocco, one of the most advanced countries in North Africa, and you know it. And that's why you claim our civilization, right?
Oh Lord. Oh, line tether.
Hey,
I'm a
Tariq, why do you have an Arab name, though?
found okay, you've already said that. You're running out of material and you're not witty. And you talking in circles with your lack of wit is you trying to hide shame. You know that you are fleeing tether, and that bothers you, doesn't it?
No, I'm a proud Arab Moroccan. I come from a civilization that you're claiming.
No, you're not. And
Yes, I do.
you don't need I don't claim a civilization of people fleeing.
Dude, you always claim more civilization. Every time you debate a white supremacy.
Yeah, the army for the Moors came out of the area of Senegal. All of the Moors didn't come when they went up to Europe. They didn't come out of Morocco. All of them didn't come out of Morocco. Dr. John Henry Clark said the military arm came out of the area now known as Senegal, but they were coming from different places. Moor meant black for everybody. Anybody black was called a Moor. They didn't have to be from Morocco. You understand? People like Ziriab, who was a very famous Moor. He didn't come from Morocco. There's a
Oh, hold up. Did you mention Ziryab?
it mentions Ziriab.
He's Iraqi. Has
Yeah, I
nothing
know.
to do with us.
Right. He was Iraqi.
But he
And
was Arab. He was Arab.
but he
He
was
was an Arab man. That's what I'm telling you. He was
but
an Arab.
he was
The
black.
Moor civilization was Arab.
Slow down. He was black. There were black Arabs, sir.
Are you
There's
telling me that Iraqis are black? Are you shitting me right
you
now?
have black Arabs. You still got them. You have black
Dude,
Arabs.
he was born in Iraq. What are you talking?
Why was his name Ziriab? Come on.
Oh my God! Now Iraqis are black, according to you. Okay, wow, this is just unbelievable.
Why was his name Ziryab? That's his nickname. That
He's an
wasn't
Arab. Ziad.
why.
That's an Arab name, dude.
Why
That's a freaking Arab.
don't you talk over me? I'm asking you a question. Don't just keep saying the same thing over and over. He's an Arab. He's an Arab. No, no, no. We don't do that here, sir. You're going to have to bring scholarship. You just saying the same thing over and over again. That means you're about to lie and you know you're not being honest. And you're about to take an L. I'm asking you again, why did they name him Ziryab? That was his nickname. Why was that his nickname?
It doesn't matter what his nickname is.
It does matter. Ziryab meant blackbird. Ziryab meant blackbird. That's what his nickname was. And they called him Blackbird because he was a great singer and he was black as hell. Huh?
Tariq, you're so full of shit, man.
I had nothing. Am I full of shit? Am I wrong? Did I just lie? Are you calling me a liar?
Okay, so I have the information.
Are you calling me a liar, sir?
Yes, because his name.
Okay, we're not going to do that, sir. Everybody look up what Ziryab means. Look up what Ziryab means and why they named him Ziryab. Everybody look it up. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, let's all look it up. Ziryab. You look up Ziryab and you see a bunch of paintings of a black person. All right. You see a bunch of pictures of a black person.
Dude, he was a tribal Arab. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
What are you talking about? He's a tribal Arab. His real name is, let's see what his real name is.
Abu al-Hassan.
Abu al-Hassan Ali ibn Nafi. That is an Arab name, born in Baghdad, Iraq, dude. Yeah, he could probably have dark skin, but he's not West African. He was literally born in.
Don't move there. Don't. Well, he could have dark skin, but he wasn't West Africa. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, sir. Okay. Look at Wikipedia. On Wikipedia, his nickname comes from the Persian and Kurdish word for jaybird, also blackbird, also known as Merlot, blackbird in Spanish. Yeah, that meant blackbird because he was so black and he was such a good singer. It goes down in Wikipedia. It says based on his appearance and background, different sources suggest him to be Persian, Kurdish, African, or mixed Arab African descent. They went on, if you look up descriptions of Ziryab, everybody kept talking about how black he was. Even Wikipedia acknowledges this, sir. Now, why did you say I was lying? And the scholarship is there.
Dark complexion does not mean black. A lot of Iraqis are dark skinned. That doesn't really mean nothing. That doesn't mean that they're from West Africa, dude.
I didn't say that. No.
But being black is just so
Africa. The man's skin was jet black. Yeah, he was an Arab. They're jet black Arabs. He was one of them. So what are you saying?
Okay, then he's not FBA then.
Right, because
right. So maybe
it didn't exist. Now you're moving the envelope. When you lose an argument, now you're like trying to troll your way out of it. You can't troll your way out of it. That's not what you're going to do. Now you're trolling, sir. When you lose an argument, you start trolling. But he was an FBA. That's just trolling. And you're being silly because you lost, sir. Black Daddy verbally whoop you. Just accept it. I want you to
just accept the fact that you have nothing to.
I whooped you just like hunger whoop you in your homeland, sir. Black Daddy whoop you. All right? Just say that. Just take your L and stop talking in circles. All right. Thank you. I ain't about to go in circles where you start trolling. I bring scholarship. You're not going to sit here and repeat shit over and over and not bring no scholarship and debunk nothing. He was Arab, dude. Arabs they weren't West African. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Those Moors were black. They were black skinned. That's why they called them Moors. Everybody's not lying. And you guys are over there, y'all new booty. Y'all basically Turks and fleers. You got the hell on up out of there. Oh, goodness. All right, let's get some more people in here. Yeah, I hate when you debunk people and they try to troll their way out of it. He tries to, that's what the white supremacists try to do. You start debunking them and they try to troll themselves out of it. Let's get brother C Note in the building. C Note, C Note in the building. What's up, Mr. C Note?
What's up, Flex? First time I get to hear from you,
My
man.
brother.
How you been, man? I wanted to speak on this Rami dude that was just up on there.
Yes, go ahead.
There wasn't such Moors, right? But when they ruled up in Europe for 700 years, they said it was Moors and they said it was Africans from the Nile Valley in the Wikipedia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They know what it is.
He must not know about the Arab conquest, whatever, the Ottoman or whatever, because what they called the Middle East was Northeast Africa.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Right. That was
It was conquered, and that's how Islam was spread through Africa and the Middle East
right.
from the Turks.
Right. And even John Henry Clark talks about how a lot of Islam was spread by some Ethiopians and other East Africans who were helped spreading Islam. So yeah, there were dark Arabs who were damn near jet black too. So
Yeah, what they come around the 700s in Egypt and Morocco and all them places from conquering, not from like been there their whole existence.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But thank you so much, C Note. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, these folks know. They just hope we don't know. Yeah, these folks know. They know the truth. They just hope we don't know. All right, let's get Aurelius. Aurelius in the building. Mr. Aurelius. Aurelius, are you in here?
Oh, what's up? Peace to the fam.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Well, I'm all right, man. I'm hearing everybody talk about the Moors. I'll be in the chat, dropping my little info. One, that place over there in West Africa wasn't named Morocco until 1957, right
Yep.
before the hijack. Right before the hijack in 1964, when they got us to convert our names to Afro American.
Yeah.
Those people know that they're a part of Greater Mauritania, which stretch from Mexico all the way through Florida, all the way to North Africa, all the way up to Portugal and Europe, and to what we know as Germany. When you look at your family records and you see all them German lines and them French lines, them is Moorish lines that set up in Americas that was setting up through Greater Mauritania, aka Morocco, from America.
Yeah.
These people who claim to be Moroccans today are nothing but slave miners that were part of King Charles' exposition in 1541. King Charles V, when he exiled all the Moors from Portugal and let the converts become the new Portuguese.
Yeah.
That's when you hear about the new Portuguese, where they became the so-called Portuguese, kicked out the real Portuguese, then called them Africans and sent them to America, into the mines, into Jamaica, into some parts of America. This is where you get the "you're from Africa." They always saying Moors are African, but Moors are not African at all. As a matter of fact, Moors name Africa, and Africa is a Latin word that means sunny. So when these people say you come from there, or they come from that, they're completely lying. And if you do study Noble Drew Ali, he had a Pan American conference in 1928 where he identified all of this way before any of their Belfort agreement that they followed up with right after.
Yeah.
If you follow the suit of what was happening in those early 20s and 30s, you see the breadcrumbs, and you see these people picking up our identity the whole time. So today, now we're seeing it in reverse fully, but we're not feeling that way. And now we're coming to the understanding of the Indian heritage that we have, which is also a Moorish heritage, because you're going to all the Lenapes and the Algonquin, which is an Arabic word. Al, anything Al is Arabic. Arabic didn't come from the Middle East. It came from America. The oldest Paleo Hebrew Greek writing is found in Cleveland, in Colorado. It predates everything they found over there at least by 10,000 years.
Yeah.
The first Paleo writing found here in America. And also Perry White excludes them from being the first man, which is why they want us to think we come from over there, which is not the truth. We all trace through Perry's Why, also going back over 300,000 years. Then the findings in California that date us back over 300 million years in America. So for these people to continuously debunk facts that's been put up for years just through hearsay and hopefully we stay believing the stuff is crazy to me. And I'm happy to finally see we're finally coming to the point to understand we're not Africans. And that story about Africa, if you really study it, most of us were taken from Texas to North Carolina or to the islands and brought back to the Americas, or maybe even to the Capes and brought back to the Americas and relabeled as Africans.
Yeah.
That's all through the slave voyage. So when they tell you all that African stuff, that is the biggest farce ever told in man's history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes,
drop it with
indeed.
that because I know I unloaded a lot.
Well, thank you so much, brother. But yeah, that Morocco, that's not the original name. They didn't get the word Moorish from Morocco. They were using the word Moor before that area was named Morocco. That area was called Marrakesh in the Middle Ages. It wasn't even Morocco. That they really started calling it Morocco relatively recently. It's called Marrakesh and Al Maghrib, something like that. But yeah, wasn't called Morocco. That came way later. The people who were in Europe, the black folks, were already being called Moors. So, but again, old dude, he called up, he was already arguing in bad faith, hoping we don't know the history. So, let's get Goat in here.
Yeah, it was called Al Maghrib. So yeah, you cooked that guy, bro. And one thing, there's black people in Arab countries right now.
Oh yeah,
Even in Palestine, there's black people that are getting denigrated by the Palestinians,
oh yeah,
things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Even Saudis, there's black people. Yemen, there's black people.
yeah.
All these Saudis, all these Arab countries, there's black people. So what he's talking about is completely garbage.
Right, right. Yeah, that was yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah, there's black Arabs in these Arabic countries. In the Middle East, you got black skinned people with afros and the shit. Yeah. You got people with the Negroid phenotype who are technically Arabs. Hell, people like Tipu Tip, who was a trader, a slave trader who was over there in Zanzibar. He was an Arab. He's black as hell. There's pictures of Tipu Tip, who was a major slave trader. He was an Arab, black as hell. Y'all go look at pictures of him. So come on now. Let's get brother Ryan Locks in the building. Ryan Locks in the building. Brother Ryan Locks in the building. Ryan, hop on in, brother. Brother Ryan, hop on in. All right. Let's try Dark Pope. Dark Pope is raising his hand. Dark Pope. Dark Pope, hop on in, man. Dark Pope, Dark Pope, Dark Pope. I'm here. How you doing, Dark Pope?
I'm okay, my brother. I'm okay, my brother. Bro, tell me, with regards to the Dr. Omar issue, because I see you are not supporting the guy, bro. I was hoping that maybe you can lend a help maybe to him so that he can save the school, because like this is not about like Pan-African per se. Like actually like this is about like melanated people owning the school. Remember what they did to Kanye school as well. So basically, they don't want like black people to have their own school and define their own curriculum,
Bruh.
So
yeah, that school was never gonna happen, man. That's the reality.
yeah.
It was never gonna happen. There's no saving of it. It was not gonna happen.
Okay, but can't you take it over maybe and make it an FBA school?
No. I'm cool. We have the hidden.
Why not?
Because I'm running the Hidden History Museum in LA. So we already got an institution that's up and running and doing very good. People can come. People have been visiting. So yeah, we already got some up and running. I can't fix a haunted school. All right. I can't do nothing with that. The school is haunted. I don't know what's going on. There's ghost of crackheads running around the school. It's all type.
Nah,
It's,
that's a superstition, Tariq.
I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, hopefully he's gonna be all right. But yeah, there's no saving anything. There's no saving nothing. All right, Lord. All right, let me get one or two more calls. Let's get a good call in here. Y'all raise the hands because I got business to handle. What's up, Sister Brooke? I see you down there, Brooke. Cousin Jerry, I see you down there. Um, let's get some good calls in here. Y'all raise those hands if you are ready. Let's get those hands up if you are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the hands up. Let's get Satu Ra. Satu Ra in the building. Mr. Satu Ra, unmute your microphone. That'll be great. I'm good, man. How you doing, Satu?
Man, you have so much patience for these guys, man. I'm Speech, by the way. I'm from South Africa, Cape Town.
Oh yeah,
But I'm just, yeah, man, you have so much patience for these guys, man. FBA history is so amazing, and that's the richest history and the oldest history, by the way, in the world.
yeah.
And these guys are so jealous of it that they can't even dispute the facts. So, man, thank you for the education that you're giving the folks out there, and keep it like that. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's get Aaron. You in here, Aaron?
Yes, sir.
How you doing,
Can
brother?
you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on?
All right. I was talking about the black on black crime that everybody talking about. Um, have you noticed that they used to say that if you want to hide something from black people, they put it in the book? But you know what I'm saying? I think that white supremacy on the evolved since then. So you know what I'm saying? What they do, they put things into movies and they put into TV shows where you know what I'm saying, it's right there in your face. So they talk about black on black crime. Have you are you familiar with a show called Dateline?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay, so what is that show all about? That show is all about white on white crime. I mean, that show been on since I can remember. Since I was a kid, it always been there. And I looked it up and it was like 23 seasons of nothing about only talking about white on white crime.
yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So how can you say the black on black crime when you got TV shows that's just literally just talking about how white people do each other
Oh
and
yeah,
all that?
yeah. But what they try to do, see, they don't pathologize their crime. They always lone wolf it. And they do that with other people, other groups of people. You got Asian mafia, you got crime, major crime in the Asian community that's never talked about. We talked about that earlier. The Hispanic community, you got whole cartels running around all through South America and Central America. You never heard the term Hispanic on Hispanic crime. You've never heard the term Hispanic crime. They talk about very specific crime, drug cartels, this, killing cartels, that, but they never racialize the crime for any other groups except us. We're the only group of people who the crimes are racialized. They put the crimes on our race. Black crime, that's a major mistake we let folks do. And again, they start popularizing that in the 70s in order to justify subjugating us. Again, locking in that whole 14th Amendment loophole, making us, our blackness, synonymous with criminality, which it's always been. They've always made a correlation, a false equivalency of crime and blackness because our blackness has always been criminalized, even during slavery. When we didn't want to be enslaved, we said, hey, I don't want to be beaten. We were criminalized. If we ran away, we were criminalized. This person, you better go find him. This guy is a criminal. He is contraband. You understand? Us just wanting to be free was a crime. You understand? Even after slavery during Jim Crow, they criminalized all of our movements. If we, as a black person, we walked in a certain door, that was a crime. If we walked on a certain side of the street, that was a crime. That was a crime based on race. Even today, same thing. They just try to pretend that it ain't about race when it actually is about race. When they sit up and just do "I'm white and I say so" and criminalize you and just keep saying crime, crime, crime. Yeah, I'm stopping and frisking you because I'm fighting crime because you're a criminal, but you can't prove that there's a crime. I'm a criminal because you say so. That's called white supremacy. That's why we got to start calling it for what it is. See, don't let these people play word games. Call it what it is. This is white supremacist targeting. And boy, they find them a couple of Sambos who they can get on film and say, "Well, we need the National Guard in DC. All these young niggas be out here doing all kinds of crime." You are decrepit, despicable traitor to black youths if you are a black person running around doing that, trying to get you some butter biscuits from the dominant white society, putting a target on the backs of innocent people like that. You see, we got to watch out for people. And I've been seeing a lot of tethers do that, by the way, too. I've seen a lot of tethers pull that move. There's a reason why we're delineating. Let's be very clear. Let me get one more call in here. Let's get let me see. One more call. Raise your hands. Let's see who we got. I'm gonna get a new face in here. I see my brother Nigel. What's up, Nigel, down there? All right. Raise your hands. Let me get one more good one in here. One more good one. Rasan, what's up, Rasan? Rasan in the building. What's up, Rasan? All right. Rasan ain't saying nothing. All right. And I think, yeah, what's up? I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Oh, okay. I'll be real quick. Yeah, just regarding that guy talking about Morocco. Yeah, I live in Abu Dhabi, man. There's black Arabs over here.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all know what that guy's talking about.
Yeah. How long you been out there in Abu Dhabi?
I've been out here 9 years.
Okay. Okay. That's what it is.
Yeah, so I live
My man.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that guy was.
Oh, you're breaking up. Your phone line was breaking up. But yeah, there's absolutely black people over there. Don't let these people fool you. They think we don't know. They think we don't travel, and so they think they can just say anything. Yeah, I've been to these places. I've been over to the Middle East, and I've seen pale Arabs, black skin Arabs, the whole nine. Again, we could debunk that stuff with scholarship. Y'all go look up Tipu Tip, Tippu. Next word Tip, Tipu Tip. It was a very famous Arab slave trader over there in East Africa and Zanzibar. Black as hell. Look at him. Both of his parents were Arabs too. His mother was an Arab, his dad was an Arab. He's black as hell. You can still see pictures of him. Yeah. Jet black skin. He was a dirtbag. He was a major slave trader. Yeah. He's a piece of work. Let me get my brother Maverick up here. Shout out to the Maverick approach. What's up, brother Mav?
How you feeling, brother?
Good, man. How you been, bro?
Good, good, man. I wanted to touch on something with one of the callers, what he said about how we've been here long before they said, and I always had a theory, and I want to ask you, do you think actually America, what we call it today, is actually the original Africa? Because there's pyramids everywhere. So, like, if you look in East St. Louis, the Chokia Monk Mounds, which are near a body of water, which we have, the Mississippi River. Then you think about the Nile River, and of course, the pyramids of Giza being up near, bodies of water, which could mean they could be hydroelectric because they found those structures
Yeah.
not too long ago. But I always pose the question, do you think that America is original Africa? Because think about this. Do you think that they brought over all these slaves on these rickety ass boats, and there's millions and millions of people that made it over here, and they all made it safely over here with all the diseases and going across the Atlantic? There's no way that they brought over this many people safely unless somebody was already here.
Right. Now, it's a very good question. Thank you for the question, brother. My thing again, I believe, and based on knowledge and the firsthand accounts, based on the archaeological evidence, that there had always been black-skinned people on this land going back thousands of years, possibly millions. Uh, this is why they had maroon colonies over here fighting against the Europeans. And I'm like, how would foreigners know how to set up maroon colonies all up in the mountains and the hills? How would they know to do all that stuff unless they understood the land? Also, with all the Europeans, when they came over here, why did they always have black translators? They had black guides or black translators with them every time. All of the European, the Spanish, the English, they would always come over with some kind of European I mean, not, but some type of black translator or black guide. Even some of the ones over here, the Lewis and Clark expedition, they had a black man named York who was helping to guide them. You understand? Even is it Daniel Boone or David Crockett? I get Daniel Boone and David Crockett mixed up, but one of those him, and that helped westward expansion. That showed um, the people in the East how to get to the West safely, because white folks would get caught up in them always eating on some damn body. The minute they get stuck somewhere, they're like, well, damn it, shit, we're gonna be here for a minute. You look like a snack. Come over here, let me talk to you. It's just some weird, they get into some cannibalism shit. Like, no, let's just go another route. We ain't gotta eat each other. Let's just go this way. So yeah, there's a lot of credence to that we've been here way, way longer. But there's definitely black people here. Everybody who's black skinned did not come with the slave trade. That's a reality. All right. Oh man. All right, let me wrap this thing up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wrap it on up because y'all gonna have me in here forever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody go and make a contribution because we keep the doors open because of brothers and sisters like you. Like the brother called early, he said he brought his kids up there. The kids loved it. That's what it's for, man. We got to have our own institutions, man, and we got to support them and maintain them because we see what this administration they're trying to do, and the Democrats too. They're not helping. The Democrats ain't trying to stop them for real, but they're trying to get real janky with the history. They're trying to whitewash history. So it's up to us to stand on history business and tell our stories in our own words. That's very important because when they start erasing your history, the next step is to erase you altogether. So we got to really stand on history business, family. That's why I'm working feverishly to get this new film out, the HC6. We it's back up. We got to get back into doing that and really, really pushing that history. I haven't put out a Hidden Colors film, and it's been a minute, and the time is now. All right. But anyway, y'all also go to rootworkstyle.com. Rootworkstyle.com to get that Rootwork deodorant, ladies and gentlemen. Rootworkstyle.com. All right, I'm up out of here.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
Let's discover our hidden heroes together.